He is a charge hero, which means he makes my life a lot difficult in terms of grading him.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're doing a brand new hero breakdown on Onyx. This dude looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arch nemesis. What's going on here? He's got 803 on his attack, 706 on his defense, and 1392 on his health. Statistically, he's an absolute monster. It's not fair, it's not cool, it's a lot. 803 is ridiculous. I like that 706, and 1392 is really high on the health. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 10 mystery shards, and 1 free champion. Slasher, all your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. He is a charge hero, which means he makes my life a lot difficult in terms of grading him. He is a ninja class hero, which means he gives you a bonus. Between 2-3 heroes, they got anywhere between 5% and 15% chance to dodge normal attacks and special skills, and sets it up between 5% and 15% chance to counterattack with 105 or 115 damage received. So if you got multiple ninjas, you got multiple chance to dodge as well as counterattack. He has a special skill set between 100%, 200%, 300% mana that charges up. When it charges over, it extends into the next mana charge. So what that means is he could be essentially runs at fast and average and slow speed in terms of his mana charging. It's pretty close to that. It's really similar to that. On his first charge, he deals 270% damage to the target. The target is immune to new buffs for 3 turns and also dispels buffs from the target. Pretty cool, fast speed, decent amount of damage, also making it immune and also dispelling. Second charge, 310% damage to the target nearby enemies. Target nearby enemies are immune to new buffs and also dispels the buffs from the target nearby enemies. And third charge is really devastating, 350% damage to all enemies. All enemies are immune to new buffs for 5 turns and then also dispels all enemies, all buffs from all enemies. Really, really crazy. I really appreciate this hero. Dealing a ton of damage, even at the first charge, is pretty sweet. Setting it up so they're immune. So anything that they're doing buffs, if they're trying to like gain life over turns or anything like that, get attack specials up. I really like this hero even at fast speed. A lot of advantages to Onyx for sure. Running as a ranger, definitely really awesome there. I think that there is some mana that is available, or some emblems that is available from the ranger class. Maybe Seshat is kind of hogging them up, maybe Athena, but definitely some rangers might be available for you to actually be using them. When we look at the Titan grade, setting it up for Onyx at the only reason why he has a grade of an A on the Titan is because of the tile damage at 803. 803 is quite a bit of damage for the tile damage, the attack power at 803. So if you're using this hero, you want to make sure you set it up so it's going to be in the high tile damage slot. It does help out a bit for the dispelling the buffs for some of the Titans. So there's that versatility to where maybe you need to dispel the buffs. I could see that being a thing. But the only reason why it has a high grade is going to be because it's probably one of the highest totals of attack power at 803. So pretty amazing there. Going to get an A grade. When we look at Onyx on offense, an absolute monster. I'd already mentioned the fact that even on the first charge, I think that it's really beneficial. Setting it up, dealing damage, making it so they can't gain new buffs for 3 turns, and then also dispelling if they have anything going on. I could definitely see a lot of usage out of this. I appreciate it a lot. And then not to mention, if it's going off at the 3rd charge, you're just dealing a ton of damage and making it so they can't do anything really relevant. This blocks the healing if they're doing healing over time, stuff like that. Any sort of buffs that they're trying to consider, just dealing a bunch of damage and just shutting them out completely. This hero is amazing to be going off on offense. Got to get an A+ grade there. Now, when we look at it defensively, this is where things get really annoying because you have all sorts of different, it's almost like there's 3 heroes in one. So I had to grade individually on the different abilities. And I think that that was probably the closest and easiest way that I could give fair grades. So when it has the 3 separate grades of the B, A+, as far as the tank grade, it's set up that way for the 1st charge, 2nd charge, and the 3rd charge. So even when we take a look at Onyx as far as a tank, it's going to get a B on the 1st charge, obviously dealing a sizable amount, 270, but then also making it so that they're immune. Probably not the greatest thing though, that's why it's got a B. Now, when things start getting a little bit interesting, it's going to be on that 2nd charge, dealing damage, setting it up for 4 turns that they are effectively not being able to add new buffs, and then also dispelling if they have anything going on. Not to mention, defensive-wise, 706 and 1392 on the health is pretty good defense and health-wise. So I do like this at the 2nd charge. And then the 3rd charge, as far as the tank grade, that's going to get an A+. Dealing a ton of damage, making it so they can't do anything for 5 turns is going to impact them positively, and also dispelling if they have any shenanigans going on, A+ grade there. And in the wing and the flank, it's going to get the same grade. I see that there is definitely some movability. So if you are potentially moving her around, it's pretty much the same throughout. Reason being, as defensive wise, it's still going to be a lot of damage. I do like the 1st charge going off in different sections. 2nd charge is pretty awesome. And the 3rd charge is just going to be great all around. So actually, it's going to get one of the rare times where it's got the same grade on each individual spot. I think that you could definitely get a lot of usage out of Onyx. So it is going to get an overall defensive grade of an A. It's not as devastating as you'd like, but still it's really close to that A+ range. I think that it's pretty amazing. Where it is getting dinged a bit is going to be on the 1st charge, and that could definitely happen 33% of the time. So that is something to consider. Now, looking at the weekly raid grade, it's important to know that with the rush heroes on the ninjas, they charge all at 6.5 tiles. So it's not like very fast happens throughout and then suddenly the 3rd charge is charging at fast speed. You have to organically charge it up just the same as you would. So when they're running on rush attack, you're going to get a slight decrease because you're not like a regular slow hero on the 3rd charge. So still though, it is really relevant. I do like this hero, even running now at fast speed, setting it up. It is a maybe close to an A- just because there's a big difference between the 1st charge and the 2nd and 3rd charge, but I still think there's some usability. It's going to get an A on rush attack. And then on buff, it's going to get an A+, obviously setting it up so they can't get any new buffs, and then also dispelling all the buffs. Even on the 2nd charge for 4 turns and the target and specific enemies, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really awesome. I could see it being really well both on offense and defense in the buff tournaments. And on Bloody Battle, it's going to get an A. This is very close to an A+. It's just a ton of damage that you're potentially doing. Where it gets a little bit of the knock is going to be the 1st charge. It does help out a bit, but getting into the 2nd and 3rd charge is going to be the most impacting. So we are looking at an overall grade of an A+. Onyx is definitely really awesome. I do like this ninja. Has a lot of usability. Gonna be a great hero for a long time. Hopefully they don't nerf it. We'll see what happens. So thanks so much for watching this content. Please make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video.